Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to FBW Genesis. We are back, and what a way to kick off FBW with the most sacred, the best duo in backyard wrestling history. Fortune. Now, let's take a moment of silence for the poor souls that are going to be banished into the realm of irrelevancy when the Messiah of the yard destroys Ruby and the money-making Punisher destroys whoever accepts his open trial. Now, tonight, I end the career of Ruby, the woman who took a precious year out of my career. You see, back in 2020, when I became the best Anthony Aries, I was on the road to becoming the undisputed champion, that beautiful title, until Ruby came and took it all from me. Look, tonight, her career ends, and the Messiah of the yard will get rid of the most sinful trash from FBW. Hell, I mean, women, they shouldn't even be in our ring. Take it away.
Here, hold this for me, since you are a co-owner of the title. Ladies and gentlemen, it is I, your favorite money-making Punisher, Chris. You see, I sit here tonight, and I'm very sincere when I want to get this message across. You see what happened to our buddy Jake Swervo when he ran. Exactly.
He was scared. Who could really take us on?
No one. Not Jared Payne, not Ruby, not Scott fucking Viking, wherever the fuck he is. We don't know what Scott is.
Scott? Yo, is it Viking time? Yo, what's that Viking?
Where is he at? You see, I sit here tonight, and let me get serious for a moment. Because this might be the last time you see the money-making Punisher. Because it seems like everyone's forgotten who I am and who the Messiah is. Joe Swervo realized that, and he ran. The rap that we exercised out of FBW.
Yo, where you at? Where you at? Oh yeah, sitting at home, a scared little bitch.
Talking about fucking Spider-Man, like what the fuck? Anyway, not the point here. The man is sitting on his couch doing nothing with his life as I sit here on stage working my ass off. So, Jared Payne, Ruby, who wants to join my open challenge? Hell, if you want to, we can have a little friendly competition. You know, show off the styles.
Competition only makes each other strong.
Exactly. The world may never know, but the point is tonight, me and Anthony Aries' fortune is going to destroy the rest of the baby faces of that people.
Now, play that wonderful music and let's celebrate that this yard will be sacred once again.
FBW fans, welcome to FBW Genesis 2022, and we are back from taking a little break in December for the holidays, but we are kicking things off with some high impact action as Anthony Aries and Ruby compete in an I Quit match to settle the score, where the only way to win is by making your opponent say the 2 words, I quit. Now this all started back at Bad Mood Rising when Ruby returned to FBW after a year away, and Anthony Aries started his mission as the Messiah of the Yard, making it his life goal to take out Ruby because he feels like Ruby has burdened his career and has, stealing his spot at the top of FBW. So he's been making it a mission to take her out, and this is going to be the match that's supposedly going to settle the score, because Ruby says she wants to move on and be done with Anthony Aries and his stupid Messiah of the Yard gimmick. But here comes Ruby. Now she's never been in an I Quit match before. She was supposed to compete in one all the way back at Showdown episode 14 in 2019 against her own sister Priscilla Claire, but Priscilla Claire was attacked by Ruby backstage and wasn't able to compete. So Ruby's never been in this type of match, so this is going to be interesting to see how she's going to be able to compete in this match. But Anthony Aries making some distance between him and Ruby, getting out the ring. Looks like he doesn't want to step in the ring with Ruby. Now the last time these two fought was at Battle Yard, and Anthony Aries did take a beating in that match. I mean, Ruby, she's pissed off, she's fed up. Anthony Aries not wanting to get into the ring, creating some distance. So Anthony Aries going to get back into ring, taking his time to get out, and he doesn't.
When I get in the ring, she's going to hurt me worse than what's...
Anthony Aries, he's having a interesting approach here. He's making Ruby get fed up and annoyed, trying to capitalize on her emotions and take advantage of this match. And the last time Anthony Aries was in an I Quit match, he lost against Chris Dynamite. So could that be, playing out in the back of his mind? And Anthony Aries on the attack on Ruby. Ruby got out the ring and slid in, and Anthony Aries took advantage of it. Now Anthony Aries, he is a man who's, barely submitted in his career. Now he did lose in the last I Quit match he was in, but you have to think, Anthony Aries, it took almost 10 years for Anthony Aries to tap out in his career for the first time. Ruby now back under control. See, these two competitors know each other very, very well. They are in a relationship of 5 years about, and have 2 kids together. Nobody knows Anthony Aries better than Ruby does. And Ruby just stomping down. A stomp right to the head. Ruby wants to end this once and for all. He wants to get her FBW Undisputed title back. She's been telling management that's her next goal. So if Ruby wins here tonight, she can possibly earn herself a title shot at the Undisputed title. Now, she was stripped back in December of 2020 after being injured and taken out. But Anthony Aries, he's trying to fight back. And the Irish whips her into the corner. And a jumping clothesline to Ruby. And no, Ruby stops Anthony Aries right in his tracks and throws him into the corner. Now this could possibly be the last time Anthony Aries and Ruby face off against each other, and a clothesline into the corner against each other here in FBW. Ruby wants to move on and end this and possibly beat some sense into Anthony Aries, because she says she still loves him. She just thinks he's going through like a midlife crisis and he just needs some sense beaten into him. So we'll see what happens to Anthony Aries after he loses this match. If he does,
do you give up?
First submission hold of the match. Anthony Aries not giving up, and a kick to the back of the head. And Anthony Aries on the attack. And a knee strike to the midsection. And a knee right to the head. Now there's two ways you can possibly make your opponent say I quit. You can either, make them say I quit in a submission, or you can just simply beat them down and make them say I quit. And a cookie sheet right off the head. Now Ruby, she's never been in one, but Anthony Aries, he knows how to win this match. He's defeated Eric Danger in an I Quit match at Wrestle Bash 3. And a clothesline out of nowhere, taken down Anthony Aries, and now she is striking him with that cookie sheet. Anthony Aries, he can say I quit at any moment if he can't take the beating. Same with Ruby. Anthony Aries thrown into the ring post. Look at the way that cookie sheet just bounced off the side of the head of Anthony Aries. And a stomp right to the head. And now Ruby going for another submission. She got that camel clutch locked in. Just that camel clutch locked in. If Anthony Aries says I quit right here, the match will be over. Now if he passes out, the match does not end. If Anthony Aries taps out, the match doesn't end. You have to say the words I quit. And she has that camel clutch locked in, and Anthony Aries, he's tapping out, but that's the thing. You have to say the words I quit. You have to verbally submit, which is more embarrassing in the long run. But Anthony Aries, he's been through it. And Anthony Aries moves out the way. And a clothesline. Taking down Ruby. What is this? Anthony Aries, he has the chair. What does Anthony Aries plan on doing with the chair here? And a strike right off the head. And again to the midsection. Anthony Aries now setting up the chair. What is Anthony Aries going for here? He's looking to go high risk. And Ruby, she moves out the way. And she slams Anthony Aries' head right off the chair. Look at that. And now Ruby, she's going up top. And an elbow drop. And an elbow drop to Anthony Aries. What is Ruby setting up here? What is she doing here? She has that chair. This does not look good. She has Anthony Aries. She put his arm in the chair. She's putting the weight, crushing his arm. Now Anthony Aries, we all know he has a history of arm problems. Chris Dynamite broke his wrist not that long ago. You have to think, sometimes that wrist probably does still bother him time to time. Anthony Aries sliding out the ring. That's the same wrist that Chris Dynamite broke at Wrestle Bash 5. Think about it, if Anthony Aries re-injures that wrist, this match can be over. All Ruby would have to do is just get his arm into a submission hold and it's over. But Anthony Aries, he has that bat. I don't think Ruby knows. Anthony trying to strike, but Ruby has that chair. If Ruby throws that chair onto Anthony Aries, it can be it. The damage that can do to Anthony Aries. They're in a standoff. Who's going to make the first move? And Anthony turns his back and Ruby throws the chair, but didn't get all of it. And now Anthony Aries, he's on the attack with the bat. What is this? Anthony Aries setting up Ruby, and now he's choking her. He's choking Ruby.
Do you quit?
Is Ruby gonna quit? No. Looked like she was about to pass out, but passing out does not do you any favors. Because, I mean, if you pass out, you can't say the words "I quit." And a strike to the head. Anthony Aries has that bat, and he drives the bat right into Ruby's skull. And again. Anthony Aries. He does not want to lose this match. And just striking Ruby down with the bat. And a strike to the head. And then, oh no, Anthony Aries, he caught the bat. And now Anthony Aries has Ruby in a leg lock.
Do you quit?
Ruby has not really been on a roll since returning to FBW. Ruby needs this victory to get back on track, because after she returned at Bad Moon Rising, she got attacked once again by Anthony Aries, and then could not defeat Anthony Aries in the last one standing match at Battle Yard last year. And now she's facing Anthony Aries again here in the new year here at Genesis 2022. Both men collar and elbow lockup. Trying to get to the upper hand, but what is this? Anthony Aries, he picks up Ruby. What is he going for here? What is Anthony Aries setting up for? And he drops her. And he drops her down. And now Anthony Aries has her in a lock, an arm lock. Anthony Aries, over the past year, he's been showing a more technical style. Anthony Aries, the messiah of the yard, trying to get rid of everyone who he deems sinful to the FBW yard. Anthony Aries and Chris Dynamite working together as Fortune. They already took out Dante Kruger. Ruby tried kicking up, but she still got caught. But what is this? Anthony Aries looking like he's hitting the deal breaker. A tribute to his partner in Fortune, Chris Dynamite. Anthony Aries hit the deal breaker. That's Chris Dynamite's finishing move. Both competitors showing the effects, the damage of this match, what it's done so far. Was Anthony Aries going for air? And he has Ruby in a sleeper hold. Is Ruby gonna wait? What is it? Oh no, Ruby, she's passed out. Anthony Aries just choked out Ruby. I mean, that does not do him any justice, because she can't say the words "I quit." It looks like Anthony Aries, he's looking for something. He has a chair. What is this? Anthony Aries looking like he's setting up something. Oh no, Anthony Aries, he's setting up a table. This cannot be good for Ruby. Anthony Aries setting up a table, and Ruby, she's still out in the ring after being choked out in that sleeper hold by Anthony Aries. Ruby getting up though. Looks like she recovered. Anthony Aries does not realize. Anthony Aries making sure that table is all set up, but he does not realize that Ruby, she's up in the ring. Anthony Aries almost just walked right into Ruby. What is this? Oh no, Anthony Aries turn around. Ruby punching him and kicking him off the apron. Ruby kicking him into that table. What is this? And she pushes him onto the table. She has him on the table, but what is this? And an elbow drop, and the table breaks with a delayed response, but Ruby has put Anthony Aries through the table.
Do you quit?
Is Anthony Aries gonna?
I quit.
Anthony Aries, he quit. Anthony Aries has quit after being put through the table, and then Ruby putting all of her weight onto him. Well, it looks like Ruby can possibly have a title shot, but what is going to happen to Anthony Aries? His ego, his everything. He's not going to sit well for Anthony Aries, but Ruby can possibly be a future contender for the title now.
Hopefully, I beat some sense into Anthony Aries because I am done with him. And now, Chris Dynamite, I am after that title that I never lost.
Please, I know all your applause, I know it's you, the moneymaker, Chris Dynamite. But here's a serious note, and the end of the careers and starting with the show. I'm here to open challenge with my title. So whoever's backstage, whether it be Aries in some friendly competition or it be Ruby, who wants to get her head stomped in, I mean, look, whoever it is, Jared, please, whoever thinks we're going to like me, please come out so I can tell you today.
Let's get this match started. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, FBW fans, we are going to be getting this main event started. Chris Dynamite just taunting Jared Payne, but Jared Payne has accepted the open challenge for the undisputed title. Jared Payne can become a two-time undisputed champion. Jared Payne won the title at Unforgiven 2019, held it for 2 weeks, and hasn't held the title since. But Jared Payne has had Chris Dynamite's number for the longest time, and Jared Payne attacking Chris Dynamite from behind. See, that's what Chris Dynamite has to learn what not to do. He can't be not taking Jared Payne seriously, or it will cost him, and it will cost him the undisputed title in this case. But Chris Dynamite just punching Jared Payne down. Now these two men know each other very, very well. Jared Payne had a very long winning streak over Chris Dynamite for years in FBW.
Seems to understand. I am a veteran of this company, and this guy just wants to come in here and act like he knows who I am and acts like he can defeat me or something. Like this dude, let me
Chris
tell you.
Dynamite needs to pay attention to Jared Payne. Jared Payne punching Chris Dynamite back into the corner. Jared Payne, like I said, has had a long winning streak over Chris Dynamite. Chris Dynamite needs to take Jared Payne very, very seriously. Last time these two men fought was at the Glory Rumble, where Chris Dynamite actually defeated Jared Payne. A punch to Chris Dynamite. And a poke to the eye. Jared Payne just poked Chris Dynamite in the eye. But Chris Dynamite powering through, and he has him in a lock. He has him in a choke.
You give up, Jared.
Jared Payne is a one-time undisputed champion. He won it at Unforgiven, defeating his former partner, Anthony Aries. But Jared Payne missed an FBW event and wasn't able to defend his title, so he was stripped. Now, that has to be in the back of Jared Payne's mind. He never truly lost the undisputed title, and he hasn't won it since winning it in 2019, and that probably haunts Jared Payne still to this day. But he has the opportunity here to end Chris Dynamite's reign as undisputed champion. Chris Dynamite winning the 2022 Glory Rumble, becoming the champ, or as Fortune would like to say, a co-champ with his partner Anthony Aries. But Matthew, the owner, has said to interviewers that they are not making that co-champion official, but Fortune has not made any comments on that report. Chris Dynamite just talking his shit to Jared Payne. I don't think that's a good idea. That just gave Jared Payne time to recover. Now Chris Dynamite back on the attack. Both men locking up in the corner. This marks Chris Dynamite's 10th year in backyard wrestling and Jared Payne's 8th year in backyard wrestling. These two men have a lot of experience. They know each other very well, so we are going to see a very good back and forth match, I would assume. Jared Payne just punching Chris Dynamite as he's trapped in the corner, but Chris Dynamite manages to break himself free. And a chop right to the chest. And a kick right to the chest. Chris Dynamite continues those kicks. You can cave in the chest. And if you can't breathe, you cannot wrestle. And that would lead to a Chris Dynamite victory. Was this Chris Dynamite setting up a chair? Chris Dynamite.
1, 2.
Humiliating Jared Payne as he laid his legs across him in that pin.
1.
Jared Payne not letting Chris Dynamite stomp on him, pushing him into the corner. Jared Payne, he is one-armed, but he is a very strong competitor. Jared Payne has Chris Dynamite trapped in the corner,
Let's get out the corner,
crushing
guys.
him with that chair. The referee trying to keep this into a clean fight. Chris Dynamite managed to get out, though. And now Chris Dynamite trying to make some distance between him and Jared Payne, but Jared Payne has Chris Dynamite in a choke. Just choking him in the corner.
Let's get out the corner, guys.
Chris Dynamite has to watch out for Jared Payne's choke slam, a move that's won Jared Payne many matches in the past and has defeated Chris Dynamite in the past. Jared Payne just flipping Chris Dynamite over. Chris Dynamite tried getting out the ring to make some distance, but Chris Dynamite did manage to get a rope break, and Chris Dynamite is now on the outside of the ring, trying to get some time to recover, making some distance between himself and Jared Payne. Jared Payne not getting out the ring, however. Jared Payne is disabled. He's one-armed, but that does not mean he cannot get the work done in the ring. You cannot take Jared Payne lightly, as we've seen from his past matches in the past, but now
He's on the rope.
Jared Payne getting a rope break to get out of that hold.
1,
Chris Dynamite not letting go. He can get himself disqualified here,
4.
making it to the last count possible. Now, if Chris Dynamite was to get disqualified, he still would have retained the title, but what would that have done to his ego, getting disqualified and not technically being able to defeat Jared Payne by pinfall or submission, a man who, you know, he couldn't beat for the longest time? That probably would have hurt his ego And Chris Dynamite stomps on him with that diving foot stomp. But Jared Payne kicks out at 2. Jared Payne getting up fairly quickly. That's what I'm talking about. Jared Payne, he is a machine. You cannot take Jared Payne lightly, like I've said in the past. And a punch to Chris Dynamite. What is happening here? And Jared Payne just pushed Chris Dynamite to the outside of the ring. Look at that replay. A single push from Jared Payne sent Chris Dynamite flying from the inside of the ring all the way to the outside of the ring. And a punch taken down. Chris Dynamite. Now Jared Payne has him and he throws him right into that ring post. And those ring posts are not friendly. They are squared off, so they have more edges. You can cut yourself. Both men getting back inside the ring. Chris Dynamite sitting up on that chair. Chris Dynamite showing the effects of what Jared Payne can do to any wrestler in the ring. What is this? And a low stunner, it seemed, to Chris Dynamite. Whatever it was effective.
2.
But Chris Dynamite kicks out at 2 still. And now Chris Dynamite choking Jared Payne.
You give up.
Chris Dynamite resorting to some, some dirty tactics. I mean, you kind of have to when you're in the ring with someone like Jared Payne. But now, what is this? And a choke slam. A choke slam to Chris Dynamite. This could be it.
1, 2.
And a kick out at 2. That choke slam is very dangerous. It has put in away many men in the past. The move that's won him his first undisputed title here in FBW. And now Jared Payne sitting on Chris Dynamite, crushing him with that chair.
Come on, he's on the rope.
And a rope break now. I have just got informed that Anthony Aries has went on the Hellfire Wrestling channel because Anthony Aries is the HFW Global Champion, and he actually challenged Jared Payne to the Backyard Wrestling Nexus second ever collab show, BYWN New Year Revolution, happening in February. And he will be challenging Jared Payne for the title. So Jared Payne has the opportunity to not only become the undisputed champion here tonight, he also has the chance to be the FBW Undisputed and Hellfire Wrestling Global Champion, a champion in 2 major companies here in the Backyard Wrestling scene today. But he has to get through Chris Dynamite. And a kick right to the chest out of nowhere. Chris Dynamite hit him so hard it dropped Jared Payne. Like I said earlier, you cave in that chest, you can't breathe, you can't do anything. You cannot wrestle when you can't breathe. Your endurance needs to be high, and an elbow drop.
1, 2.
FBW owner MJ will be making more on that BYWN collision between Anthony Aries and Jared Payne later on. But if you haven't, go to the Hellfire Wrestling channel to hear what Anthony Aries had to say about his match with Jared Payne. Anthony Aries laying out the challenge. Chris Dynamite setting up for that money shot. But Jared Payne caught him. And another choke slam. Chris Dynamite's head almost hit that chair, which could have been really bad. But Chris Dynamite got up.
One, two.
And just that disrespectful pin from Chris Dynamite just stepping on him, using his foot. And a DDT. Didn't look like Chris Dynamite got all of it, but he got enough to take down Jared Payne.
1, 2.
And a kick out at 2. And now Jared Payne just choked him, pushing him back down, grounding Chris Dynamite with that choke.
Give up, Chris. Come on, talk to me, Chris.
I think Chris Dynamite almost passed out there, but he managed to get a rope break. We could be looking at a new undisputed champion. Chris Dynamite tried low blowing Jared Payne. Sometimes you have to resort to those dirty tactics.
Do you give up? Do you give up,
Just
Jared?
arching that back with
Jared?
that knee.
Do you tap?
And now just forearm strikes to the back of the neck of Jared Payne. Just imagine if Jared Payne won the undisputed title here at Genesis. What can that do to Fortune?
And tell me you think you can win my
Pushing him into the corner. Jared Payne, as the enforcer of FBW, is working with FBW owner MJ to end the reign of Fortune. And a stunner, a running stunner to Chris Dynamite. And now just putting all the weight onto Chris Dynamite. Jared Payne isn't a light competitor.
That means you don't believe it. That means you don't believe you can win this.
Chris Dynamite taunting Jared Payne. I don't know if it's a good idea to make Jared Payne angry and pushing him back into the corner. Jared Payne, he is no shy wrestler of talking his smack, but what is this? Having that standing guillotine locked in. Chris Dynamite tried picking him up to get out of it, but Jared Payne just pushed him down.
2.
And Chris Dynamite kicks out again. Chris Dynamite has a history of having some really good endurance. His stamina is up there. He can take a beating. And we are seeing it firsthand here tonight at Genesis. Chris Dynamite making his way up, fighting his way up. And another jumping elbow
1,
to Jared Payne.
2.
And Jared Payne kicks out at 2. Jared Payne wants to reclaim the title that he was stripped of years
Do
ago.
you give up, Jared? Jared, do you give up? Talk to me.
Trying to choke out Jared Payne, but Jared Payne trying to get up. Chris Dynamite almost lost his grip. Chris Dynamite picking up Jared Payne. What is happening here? Chris Dynamite putting him into the corner. Chris Dynamite trying to bulldog Jared Payne, but Jared Payne got out of it.
1, 2.
Jared Payne trying to push Chris Dynamite outside of the ring again, but Chris Dynamite caught himself. What is this? And a money shot. It did not drop Jared Payne, but that knee definitely did. Chris Dynamite trying to ground and pound Jared Payne to the ground, and now he does, laying those fists. Where's Chris Dynamite getting here? He's sliding outside the ring to get something. Or he has that bat. Chris Dynamite has the bat.
I'm getting used to people. They're always surprising. Your cardio today is fucking mint.
Chris Dynamite back to talking his shit. Chris Dynamite, one of the best shit talkers in FBW
Between me and you.
and in backyard wrestling today. And now he's laying those shots into Jared Payne. But Jared Payne, he caught the bat. And now hitting Chris Dynamite, laying those shots in on Chris Dynamite. Chris Dynamite feeling the effects. Jared Payne is no stranger to using weapons. Chris Dynamite slowly making his way up. But what is this? Just slamming Chris Dynamite down. He landed on that bat.
1, 2.
But Chris Dynamite kicks out again. Chris Dynamite is surviving against Jared Payne. We could be looking at a new undisputed champion here tonight, FBW fans. What is this? Chris Dynamite, he's trying to fight back. He's trying to fight against... And a money shot! And a money shot out of nowhere to Jared Payne. Dropping down for that pin.
2,
And Chris Dynamite won. Chris Dynamite has defeated Jared Payne with that money shot out of nowhere.
Dynamite.
Once again, Jared Payne fails to win the undisputed title. Fortune and Chris Dynamite lives on, and they are the champs here in FBW. Ladies and gentlemen, this was the main event for Genesis 2022.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is me, Chris Dynamite, another victorious night for the champion. My bad, man. My bad. Listen. It's okay, though, because the co-champions have at least have one victory. Don't worry, you'll get it next time. I know you will, brother. I know you will. Trust and believe. But tonight, I proved to everyone that no one can beat Chris Dynamite. You see, when I made that quote when I made that quote earlier tonight about this might be the last time you see Chris Dynamite, the moneymaker anyway, it was because if I lost, I mean, hell, that's more stocks going down the drain, but now my stocks are through the roof, baby. Big plans are coming, not just for me, but for Fortune. Hey, I said the words that quick, bro. I sat there and I said the words. Okay? Hey. When life gives you lemons, you make fucking orange juice. Anyway, not the fucking point here. The point is that we are still champions. We are still on top of this company, and just one loss does not affect your career, brother. You see, we are.
Have you ever been humiliated like that?
Yeah, during sex. Anyway, not the fucking point. You see, look, I got the cameraman laughing here, but listen, anyway. We are the champions. We are going to annihilate everyone. It's just a matter of time. I already got Jared Payne, and if he wants to crawl out of the little hole that I dug him in, then we can take on both of them. Who fucking knows?
Hey, where's Dante Kruger?
Who?
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, fucking. Anyway, like I said, here, brother.
Actually, hold on. Let me show off the best-selling merch.
Yeah. The best-selling merch right here for you. Get it now while I can. It's only what? Like $20 max? Max? $20. Comfortable cloth. It's amazing, and you get to feel like $1 million. So with that being said, we'll get your revenge. And whoever wants to come after me, come and get some. Because we all know I'm the man that makes all the bitches run.